This is our current state at like 5 p.m. after a 17-hour day yesterday. We're trying to up our game with the video stuff. We forgot to record. Actually, we neglected to record a checking in intro for day 2. But here we are after a bunch of meetings. Ariel, what can you say about what we saw today so far?
I wish I had a spare $900,000 just sitting around.
For that return meal?
Yeah.
The RM53 something or another?
Pablo Macanudo.
That's what it is.
McDonut.
McDonut, alright.
Look, I'm still romanced by small, tiny metal cables on a watch.
Yeah, it's funny you should say that.
Incredible.
Yeah.
People make fun of stuff like that, and then you see it.
No,
like,
it's
oh
amazing.
My gosh. And this is just a couple weeks after we published that article I wrote about why Richard Mille watches are so expensive. People thought that was some marketing piece. I was literally trying to explain to people who don't understand how they are able to get away with charging so much and sell a lot.
And for the record, we didn't see this one coming. I mean, I guess we all thought that it was going to be like some high complication piece, but this one with all the cables in it, it's much like the RM2702, I think. It's like bulletproof. It's basically like.
Well, they take 2 sheets of sapphire crystal and some type of layer in between.
Yeah.
Shatter-resistant glass for a watch, so that it can be hit with a polo mallet. Apparently.
Yep.
You know, that's the only thing they're worried about is the crystal.
Yeah, exactly.
We spent a lot of time talking about that watch. I had an opportunity to spend a few minutes with Angelo Bonatti, the outgoing CEO of Panerai.
Yep.
He'd been in the company for quite a while, and Jean-Marc Pontreau from currently Roger Dubuis is going to be moving over there. I'll have a chat with him in a couple of days. Interesting sort of background on there. You know, we see Panerai as a brand that does a lot of the same stuff over and over again. To him, he was very proud of the discipline and focus they have.
That's a very nice way of saying.
Reigning true. I use the word discipline. That was my word.
Oh, okay.
Sort of the synthesis of what he was saying.
So there's that.
He's very proud of all the opportunities they had to go off-brand, but he decided to stay on brand. And, you know...
I don't think that's true.
Well,
Panerai, in the eye of the Panerai, has gone off-brand so many times, it's not even funny.
Is that an eye that you can give authority to in expressing the desires and opinions of a lay watch lover? Because the Panerai is a very special.
All right, maybe not even Panerai. You don't have to be like a Panerai buyer or a Panerai guy to realize, you know, like all of these offsprings that they've done. It's out there at this point.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He mentioned this combination of having to make new products and sell them versus sort of staying true to the brand. And there is an admiration as how consistent they have been.
But that's the point. They have not been consistent.
But
we could go on about. Well, yes, that's right.
In the scheme of consistency, all I know is I see sometimes Panerai watches and like I don't know what year that was made. I don't know what's new about it. There's a small detail.
Yeah, some people would know.
But I do admire a lot of what they've done because they have, as easy it is to sort of jest about some of their products and their directions. They've achieved a lot that some of the brands here have not been able to.
So let's talk about something else that's actually related to this, cost cutting. We've been seeing that all over the place. We see prices being reduced, but this is the Swiss watch industry we are talking about, and here prices don't just drop out of like profit margins and what have you. They drop from actual quality of execution, and we see that all over the place. And Panerai is one of the few exceptions where I could pick up one of the like Luminar base models, their entry-level models, and I've reviewed one of those last year actually. I guess I should have said, and I did, that the case was not very impressive the way it was finished. And now finally they look like a luxury watch should look, even if it's just 4.5 or 5,000 Swiss francs. So Panerai stepped their game up, and a lot of others have just really reduced in terms of quality of execution and quality of materials.
Prices have gone down, but we definitely see cost cutting. And when we say cost cutting, we're really talking about manufacturing. Finishing is a little bit different, materials a little different. They do their best to make them look good, but at the end of the day, a certain bar is set at 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. When you're spending $10,000 on a watch, there's certain expectations that you have of what that watch should look like. And we see some watches that match those expectations, and we see some that don't. And it's kind of difficult for us to know how to talk about it because we just sit there and, we don't intimately know who's making it and what. We can't be like, oh, they went from this factory, this production process to this one. We see something and something feels different, but we ultimately don't know exactly what the details are, so it's difficult for us to write about it. But it's something to be aware of. And when you go out there and you see the new 2018 watches coming in the stores in a few months from now, some of them are already here, I think it's important to ask yourself, is this better than last year's product?
Or maybe it isn't.
Or is this different in a way that maybe isn't where I want to spend my money right now? And that's something the consumer ultimately is going to decide. We still have a lot of days of this show. We still have 3 more days
Tuesday.
of the week.
Yeah.
Our meeting schedules is Today we still have 4 or 5 meetings. We have to leave here.
Basically now.
Go to more meetings.
I have to edit this.
We have to edit this. It's a lot of work doing this.
Yep.
But with all that caffeine that they're so generously
and sugar and
shoveling towards us.
Yes.
Yeah, if you really like espresso and all kinds of chocolate, this is the show for you.
We are actually, to their credit, at IWC, and they have a really cool bar up here. It's really, they make it just unbelievably difficult to get in there.
I don't know where my
Once you're in there,
is on the I had a nice whiskey.
Jesus, he had a nice. Okay, all right. You had a nice whiskey and you lost it. How does that work?
I think it's on the floor behind us.
Actually, it is. All right. That's very.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
I don't know where my gin tonic is.
Where is your gin and tonic? David is always losing his gin and tonic.
Yeah, that's true. I have a love-hate relationship at this point. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in today. We hope you enjoy all the coverage that we have and all the nice B-roll and stuff. And we come back tomorrow with more.
I think we should have a few moments of awkward silence. People always like that. Just on the phone.
No, you're not allowed to be on your phone. This is cheating.
I know, but I'm messaging Bilal.